It was supposed to be a normal drive home, just another long day at school, and all I wanted was a hot shower and maybe a call with my mom before bed. The sun was setting behind the high rises of East Haven, casting this kind of golden red light that made the streets glow and feel quiet, almost too quiet. I took a shortcut I'd used 100 times, a road that curved behind the new office towers. Nothing sketchy, just empty. I remember the moment everything changed. The flash of red and blue in my rearview mirror felt like it sliced the evening in half. My heart jumped, not panic, just confusion. I wasn't speeding. I'd signaled. Registration was up to date. But I pulled over like my dad taught me, smooth, calm hands on the wheel. Then they came. 3 of them. Not one, not two. 3 uniformed cops for a girl driving alone in a white sedan. One had that build, the kind you don't argue with. The second, skinny, twitchy eyes darting around like he was on something. The third, Sergeant Ross, I read on his badge. He walked up like he owned the asphalt under my tires. He leaned in too close. His eyes didn't meet mine. They wandered. Slow. License and registration, he said, but his tone had nothing to do with law and everything to do with power. I handed it over, steady hands, even voice. Of course, officer. He glanced at my name, smirked. Lena Torres. That a model name or something? I didn't answer. Then came the lie. We've had reports of suspicious activity in this area, he said, and I gotta say, I smell marijuana. I wanted to laugh. My car smelled like leather seats and vanilla perfume, but I didn't flinch. There are no drugs in my car, officer, I said. Direct, calm. Ross grinned. Well, guess we'll have to see about that. Step out, ma'am. That's when I knew this wasn't about the law. This was about them and me alone on an empty road. I got out. The air felt colder than it should have. The way they boxed me in, one in front, one behind, one circling, I felt like prey. Ross said it real casual, like he was reading a script. Hands on the hood, just a routine pat-down. But there was nothing routine about the way he touched me. His hands slid down my arms, too slow, lingered where they had no business being. He muttered, "Gotta be thorough." My stomach turned. Every instinct told me to scream, to shove him back, but my father's voice echoed in my head. Never fight them on the street. Fight them in the light. My dad, he's not just any man. He's Chief Torres of East Haven PD. And that night, I wasn't just some random girl. I was his daughter. And I wasn't helpless. Inside my purse, sitting right there on the passenger seat, was my phone. My dad had installed this app after a kidnapping case rocked our town. One silent press, and it sent my location straight to his command line, opened my mic, recorded everything. They didn't know that. So when the skinny one, Officer Brenner, grabbed my purse and started digging, I played my move. "Excuse me," I said, voice still composed. "You're making a very serious mistake." Ross snorted. "Sweetheart, I think you're just confused about who's in charge here." I tilted my head. "Then let me call my father. Let him know I'll be late." That got their attention. "Oh, Daddy's waiting up," Ross mocked. "That's adorable." He handed me my phone like it was a joke. I pressed the app, no beep, no light, just a quiet blink on a screen miles away. And I said, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to be a little late. I got pulled over." Ross grinned. "Tell him you're fine. Just being searched by East Haven's finest." Brenner chimed in. "Tell him we think you're the prettiest girl we've stopped all year." I bit my tongue till it bled. Every second felt like glass scraping skin, but I held it together. I kept talking, slow, clear enough to paint the whole picture for whoever was listening on the other end. Then Ross snapped, grabbed the phone, threw it onto the roof of my car. "I'm done playing." He stepped toward me, hand twitching like he was ready to push this thing further. And for the first time that night, I felt real fear. Raw, cold fear. And then I heard it. Not sirens. Engines. Big ones. The kind that don't slow down. From both ends of the street came 2 matte black SWAT Bearcats. They moved like tanks. Brakes screamed, doors burst open. Tactical boots hit the ground like thunder. Red lasers lit up the night and landed all 3 on Ross Brenner and the other one, Miller. "Police on your knees now." The voice didn't shout. It slammed. Ross froze. Brenner's face went white. Miller, the silent one, raised his hands and dropped. And then he came. A black SUV pulled up. Out stepped Chief Torres, my father. He didn't speak. He didn't need to. He walked straight to me. His eyes scanned my face, then my dress stopped on the faint outline of a handprint where Ross had touched me. Are you hurt, Lena? My voice cracked. I'm okay. Now, then, he turned, walked past the SWAT line, past the crushed pride of three men in cuffs, and crouched in front of Ross, who was face down on the pavement. No misunderstanding here, Dad said, soft but sharp. I've been listening for the last 3 minutes. Ross started to plead, stammer about mistakes. But my father stood tall, reached down and ripped the badge off his chest. You assaulted not just my daughter, but the oath you swore to uphold. You're done, he brought in. He stripped the other 2 of their badges too. Let them fall like trash onto the street. You're all terminated, effective immediately. They were charged. Official misconduct, unlawful contact, sexual harassment. Their faces hit the news the next morning. No cover-up, no quiet deal. My dad stood beside me at the press conference. He played the recording. The world heard everything. And me, I changed majors that semester, dropped corporate law, picked up criminal prosecution. I'm going to be the one that holds people like Ross accountable, not just for me, but for anyone who's ever been cornered, touched, silenced. My father said something to me afterward in that soft way he does when he's proud but trying not to cry. What you did took more courage than most officers show in a lifetime. Sometimes power shows up in a badge, and sometimes in the calm voice of someone refusing to break. Now let me ask you, what would you have done in my shoes? Have you ever witnessed someone abuse their authority just because they thought no one was watching? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear your story, because silence protects no one, and together we shine a light even on the darkest corners. It was supposed to be a normal drive home, just another long day at school, and all I wanted was a hot shower and maybe a call with my mom before bed. The sun was setting behind the high rises of East Haven, casting this kind of golden red light that made the streets glow and feel quiet, almost too quiet. I took a shortcut I'd used 100 times, a road that curved behind the new office towers. Nothing sketchy, just empty. I remember the moment everything changed. The flash of red and blue in my rearview mirror felt like it sliced the evening in half. My heart jumped, not panic, just confusion. I wasn't speeding. I'd signaled. Registration was up to date. But I pulled over like my dad taught me, smooth, calm hands on the wheel. Then they came. 3 of them. Not 1, not 2. 3 uniformed cops for a girl driving alone in a white sedan. One had that build, the kind you don't argue with. The second, skinny, twitchy eyes darting around like he was on something. The third, Sergeant Ross, I read on his badge. He walked up like he owned the asphalt under my